For thousands of business development professionals in our region, the annual Pittsburgh Business Times Book of Lists has become their Bible. List after list showcases the biggest employers, the largest companies, the fastest growing. Well, you get the idea. And plenty of people use it for prospecting for potential customers. The book itself has evolved with our region's economy. Ethan Lott is back with us. He's editor of the Book of Lists. And welcome. Good to have you back with us.
Thanks.
Yeah, well, it seems to get more robust and varieties of lists every year. What's sort of new and different this time out?
Well, we're always looking to make changes as the economy changes, as you said. We've added some lists, doing some things with demographics, census data, letting people looking at fastest growing communities, wealthiest zip codes, things like that. Later in the year, we're going to look at regional casinos. Obviously, there are a number in the area now. Regional airports, just some different things that we haven't presented to our readers before that we're
Well, the demographic stuff is interesting. I mean, I always think about it, you have all these lists of companies and which are growing and which are really the big ones. But yeah, to be able to begin to track sort of what's happening in terms of the growth of communities and things around the region, that would be really useful to a lot of folks.
It's very interesting when you see that and you see the demographics right down to, you look at a neighborhood and you say, boy, what's one of the youngest neighborhoods? And well, it's like Slippery Rock. Which is not too surprising when you realize that there's going to be a large concentration of students, and sometimes you'll see a community that's much older, and you get an idea of where the people are, where the money is, where the activity is.
Sure, I noticed too as I was leafing through it, energy seems to be have a much greater presence than it has in recent years.
No doubt. We did our first Marcellus Shale related list, I think, in the 2010 Book of Lists. I believe that we're in the 2012 book now. I just took a look at just permits, not wells, but just permits. For instance, Range Resources went from 320 to a little over 1,000 permits in the state in that 2-year period of time. And that's typical. Some of them have grown even more. So the likelihood that you're being impacted by that, that you as an individual and you as a business are being impacted by that is quite high, and that there are opportunities to find business connections there.
Well, and really, what a reflection of how fast all of this is happening. This is only the third Book of Lists that's actually tried to track what's going on in Marcellus Shale.
Right. 5, 6, 7 years ago, you'd hear that, and it would be, huh? What are you talking about? And now, not only does everybody understand it, people are starting to pay close attention to it and realize that it's something that needs to be understood through both the data and connecting with these businesses, figuring out how to connect with these businesses and figure out how to be the suppliers to these businesses.
Sure, that's a great opportunity for everybody.
Sure.
You get a lot of folks calling you up saying, hey, Ethan, add a list on this. Or
We do. We get some of that, and we're always happy to hear that, because our readers and the community at large, the book is for them. They tell us what are the things which are most interesting to them, and then we try to figure out how to package it so that it then brings the value that they would expect. They might not know where that value is going to be, but they know that they'd like some more demographic information. They know, we've heard that people want more contacts. They want to know who to talk to. They want to not just be told about the company. They want us to know who are those top executives and who's the second and the third top executive, and what are their emails. And so we've started to print emails.
You're actually printing, I hadn't seen that. Wow.
And we started that in September. Some companies, you can opt out. You can say, please don't print my email. If your email's on the internet, then we consider that to be
in the public domain.
In the public domain. But,
right, sure.
But a lot of people say that next email, I get a lot of email, but that next email could be that next deal.
Huh.
And
So in some cases they welcome it. It's more contacts, more networks. Hey, it's a social network world we live in. I noticed too, manufacturing seems to have a strong, if not growing, presence here. That kind of runs counter to the conventional wisdom that we don't make as much around here as we used to.
That's true. And it came up at the book list reception on Monday that it's an exciting time if you're a manufacturer and you're looking at the opportunities that are there. Again, we talked about energy. One of the big challenges is, of course, is workforce, is that there are opportunities to grow if you can find the people.
Yeah.
And a lot of companies are looking for those people and looking for anyone to do what they can to help supply the right employees for the right jobs, good jobs, good paying jobs with good multipliers in the economy.
Yeah, it's a great illustration. Go through list after list, and you can see opportunity being created here in our region. And I think, one of the big questions, Mark, is are we going to find the skilled people who want to do the work, who are ready to work, that can capture all the opportunity that exists? I guess it's a good problem to have, but it's a challenge for, I guess, for future books of lists. Ethan Lott from the Business Times. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Pittsburgh's taking on a Dutch accent when we return. Find out how our region and the Netherlands are using a cultural exchange to strengthen our economic ties, too. Stay with us.